Assalamu alaikum and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is a tutorial for making the Rasengan of Naruto's Uzumaki. So it's kind of very easy. You might have seen many tutorials on that. Still, I have these two methods. One is the type that you will see on YouTube a lot. There's one other method I came up with. It's sort of a challenging your accuracy and precision, but then again it makes a kind of reasonable Rasengan. So I guess we'll start on this. First of all, let's create a new okay, so let's have the background as black. So now we make a new layer. So now you click your Elliptical Marquee tool and make a circle. Now use the paint bucket tool and make the circle a bit of a bluish, light bluish. So yeah, I guess that would do. You can make it a bit more dark. So yeah, that would be good. So now you need to create another layer. Go to select, transform selection, and then by holding shift and alt, reduce it to the size like this. Yeah, that's about it. So apply. Keep in mind when you're doing this, your layer 2 should be selected so that the selection can come on to the next layer. So now what you have to do is that you take your paint bucket tool again, you make it a bit more lighter, yeah, like this. So now next layer, select, transform selection, and do that again. Yeah, that would be good. And similarly, go a bit more lighter, use the paint bucket tool again, color that. Now that's the last step. You can have many more layers. It would improve the color if you want a bit more lighter layers, but then it's up to you how you want to do it. So select, transform selection, and make it really small, just like the core of the Rasengan as you've seen. So that would be good. Now yeah, paint it as white. So now you may have a basic idea of how this will look like. So go back to your layer 1, filter, blur, and Gaussian blur. So what you want to do is make this a bit blurry, not at all you know, hard and sharp one. Okay, so for the next one you can actually use the same Gaussian blur settings. As you can see, mine actually stack with the previous effects, so I will be using these effects. It's up to you. You can play with the numbers of the Gaussian blur and get the best one. As you can see, this is also coming up good, and yeah, as you can see, this one is a bit too blurry, so Control Z and filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and I'll reduce a bit. Yeah, okay, that's good. So now what you will do is you will merge all these 3 layers as the basic thing is done. So now you have a pretty good Rasengan. So what you want to do is have that wind chakra effect inside of it. So make a new layer and select your Elliptical Marquee tool and make sure that your circle is the exact size of your Rasengan. So now you have that selection. Go to your pencil tool, select the color as white, and make markings like this, random markings like this. It's up to you however you want to mark them. The selection tool was basically so that these markings cannot get out of this, and plus it would be easy to deliver the next effect. So now filter, blur, radial blur. Take the amount to 100 and okay, bingo. You can actually repeat that effect by doing this. So now if you want it a bit more, you can actually do more lines. You can actually increase the size a bit, 3, and have them a bit more deeper shape. Radial blur again, and yeah, it's good, I guess. But then again, you can have many effects. For example, you can actually, what you can do is Control D to deselect. You select the layer in which you have done your markings, Control T, and do it like this, so in order to make it a bit spherically shaped. Yeah, like this. Use it to fit in with the Rasengan. You can erase the additional out one like this. So you can actually copy these layers and make them stack right up and down on each other. So that would be really a really good effect. As you can see, for just to show you how to do it, you can actually make more of these. Now when you make another one, Control T and make it a bit opposite in the shape. So what you have here is a spiraling wind effect. So you see, you have this spiraling wind effect, and what you can do is that you can duplicate the first layer, Control T, and you can make it back the way it was. So yeah, like this. Oopsie. Basically you get the idea. So I was just delivering it. So now that you know that you have this, you can actually decrease the opacity, play with the opacity, and you can have that background spiraling effect. I mean, like, it wouldn't be like the wind spirals are stacking with each other and giving a really absurd effect, but then again it's a bit good. So what you need to do is play with the numbers, and you have this cool looking Rasengan. Make it a little big. Yeah, I guess that's good to go. What you actually want to know is that although many times we want to see the Rasengan as we see in the anime, what I want you to know is that many times when you create things in Photoshop, there are times then when they don't look like the way they do. So it's the best fit that can come. Now merge all these layers, and you have a good Rasengan. You can decrease it in size and put it in your hand. So now coming to the easy part of it, what I wanted to tell you is that you can select your brush tool, have this on, and do the same thing here. Let's just say we take the size of 500, and we can mix the colors like the way we did with the layers, but only this time we are not making the layers, we are just doing it only on precise precision and decreasing the brush size. Oops. That would be about good. And last but not the least, you need the white thing here. The rest is obviously similar to the wind spirals that you got here. So this is the end of this tutorial. And yeah, I forgot, one of my subscribers asked me to give the flame Rasengan. So I would try to do that, but I wasn't able to really create one. But theoretically, I should say that could be possible if you change that bluish gradient to reddish and orangish. So I guess that's the end of the tutorial. So thank you very much, and comment, subscribe. Thank